Welcome to Dump Truck Toolbox. I'm Alan, and today in our hauling tale, we're going to have a return to Asphalt Mountain and continue to talk about my first year as a dump truck driver. We're continuing to work on the interstate ramp. A lot of the shaping of the grade has been done, and we've started tearing up some of the old asphalt. And I'm pulling in here, pulling on the newly built ditch bank. I'm going to back up to the excavator I just pulled around. You can hear the beeper there. And this is a really good setup. The crew's done a great job of doing the work, but also of creating enough room for the dump trucks. So let me show you a view of the excavator breaking up the asphalt, and then it's going to swing around and put it into my truck and swing back and break up some more. I'm compressing things here and quite a bit. There's a lot of skill involved in loading the truck. In this situation, though, I think there's even more skill involved in the careful breaking of the asphalt, leaving behind that clean edge to the existing roadway, breaking it into small enough pieces and gathering it up even before you load it on the truck. Once the truck is full, I put the tarp back, and you can see me looking to the right. I'm getting ready to pull out into the lane of traffic. Because of the curve of the ramp behind me, I look in my right mirror to get the longer view of whether vehicles are coming. And then obviously I check in my left mirror before actually pulling out. It's all clear, so I'm pulling out and getting underway. I do have probably not my maximum weight, but probably within a couple tons of my maximum weight. And so I have to concentrate on getting as much speed as I can on the ramp here. And if you've watched me driving this truck, I often comment on the fact that it has a 300 horsepower engine, and that means that it does not accelerate real well, especially under load. But there was enough of a gap, and I was able to merge in no problem. I'm carrying this asphalt back to our plant, and I'll show you the trip up Asphalt Mountain and the dumping out in just a minute here. On the way back to the yard, I'd like to talk about my first year driving a dump truck. I started off training about 12 months ago with a smaller standalone hauling company. I trained with them, learned quite a bit, but because of some maintenance issues on the truck that I was to be assigned, I did not end up driving very long for them. So I moved on to a large civil construction company, drove for them for about 7 months. Great time, enjoyed the work, enjoyed the people, learned an incredible amount. And it was a commute of an hour to an hour and 15 minutes one way. So that was not sustainable for the long term, especially given the long days that you often put in driving a dump truck. And so about 4 months ago, I moved to basic construction and it's the basic big orange triaxle that I'm driving here. Let's start our year in review with the worst trip, and it was actually my first trip on my own as a driver. I was assigned big Big Mac Quint, and we were to haul salt from a port all the way to South Central Virginia, probably a good 5 hours of driving, maybe a little longer, one way. And I got lost. I was driving with a convoy of trucks from my employer. I lost contact and I did not see them again until we got to the drop off point. And I saw them as they were leaving, and I still had, 10, 15 minutes of work to do at the drop off point. So I spent my first day on my own, literally on my own, all by myself, driving around southeastern and south central Virginia, mostly on two-lane roads I'd never been on before, lost, looking for the next turn. It was very stressful. I was in the truck probably 13 or 14 hours total, and was really questioning my decision to drive a dump truck. As I think you can guess, I decided that, yeah, I probably should stick with driving a dump truck, but it was a close call that first day. So, some of my preferences. First of all, I like to drive with other people. The story I just told you shows what can happen if you don't drive with other people. But also, I like the camaraderie, mutual assistance, even just the wave as you pass one of your fellow drivers going the other way on the road. So, no surprise, the best part of the job is the people, obviously, the other drivers, but also I like working with the construction crews, the the maintenance people I've had a chance to work with have been great. Dispatchers, even the people working the yards. It's just great to hang out with people who are mostly good natured and all working together to get something done. My vehicle preferences, I have to say, my favorite truck to drive is a Mack Quint. Okay, so I'm driving a big orange triaxle. I love my orange triaxle too, but the Quint's still my favorite. I do like driving my own truck. It's nice to have the same vehicle every day, get your equipment straight, keep it clean like you want. And my own truck, the big orange triaxle, I have put 5,396 miles on. I've burned 1,082 gallons of diesel fuel, and I'm getting about 5 miles to the gallon. A couple of other preferences, and I know other dump truck drivers will disagree, but I like to carry a variety of materials. Give me stone one day, sand the next, mud, asphalt, millings. You know, I, I love variety. I also like to carry backhauls. Backhaul is where after you dump your whatever your primary load is, you pick up and then you return it to where you started. Backhauls I like for two reasons. One, it's more efficient, helps the company make more money, and then secondly, the truck honestly rides better when it's got a load. I do like efficiency. Here's a page from my informal driver log from a little over a month ago, carrying dirt spoils from an interstate ramp to a sand pit nearby. I made a round trip almost exactly every hour and 15 minutes. I could not have been that efficient or that safe a year ago. I hope you enjoyed this trip down memory lane. I enjoyed reflecting on this past year, but we're almost back to the yard, and so I've got to get back to work driving this truck. Making the turn to pull into the yard. There's been a lot of paving activity, and the asphalt uh, waste, the broken up asphalt that I've been bringing in and other drivers have been bringing in, uh, gets put into the grinding machine to get recycled. Um, uh, some days it goes almost straight out of the truck into the processing machine. Today though they asked me to dump on the top of the hill, as it's called, but I love to call it Asphalt Mountain. The truck to the left there is one of ours. Obviously, it's big and it's orange, and I think he's going to pull up and get sprayed to get uh, hot mixed asphalt into the back of the truck. Um, so I'm going to come around the corner here, and there's been so much uh, movement of the recycled asphalt, and some of it goes into the plant, some of it gets sent back out as a form of gravel. Um, but I'm coming in to Asphalt Mountain, and in the past, I would pull around to the right, go to the side of the mountain, turn around, and go up sort of a side road. But that side road has disappeared as they've moved asphalt around, and so I'm going to go straight up this road here. Here, the truck working hard to get up there, and then there's a little slip there, and I believe my rear tires actually were slipping. On a later run, I turned on the locker and the rear axles, and going up this way means that I have to turn around so I can back up to the spot where I need to dump out the broken asphalt. There's not a lot of room up here. It's enough. Get a quick view of sort of the backside of our yard there. There's the sand pile that they use to feed the asphalt plant. And I think we might get a view of the asphalt recycling machine. Yeah, that's right in front of us there. Well, the service truck's working on it, it looks like. But the asphalt chunks go into the orange hopper there, and then it gets ground and sorted. Certain waste goes into its own little pile. So I'm backing up the second part of the hill, and in just a minute I'm going to show you the view out the side, so you can actually see the dumping process. Looks like some welding is going on. We're not the only company that carries broken up asphalt to be recycled at our plant here. Some people working for us drive trucks for other companies. So there's the dump out. Pull forward. Slap the tailgate. There's another truck bringing some up. I'm reluctant to go too far with my bed up, so I just have to be patient and let it come down, especially before I start going down the steep part of the hill here. So I want to take this chance to thank you for joining us today. I hope that you found this video interesting or useful, and if so, please click the like button. Subscribe if you haven't done so. We've had a lot of people subscribing to the channel in the last couple months, and I appreciate the support. When you subscribe, it makes it easier for you to find our videos. It also makes it easier for other people to find the channel. Be safe out there. If you see a big orange dump truck or any commercial vehicle and you're driving your own four-wheeler, just give us a little extra space and attention. We don't handle as nimbly as a four-wheeler. We don't stop or accelerate as quickly, and so give us a little extra space. And so this is Alan. I look forward to seeing you again soon on the Dump Truck Toolbox.